2 left push on the bump, 80.
Hello and welcome to Special Stage in the 138.com Rally Isle of Man. We're here for the latest round of the RAC Historic Rally Championship. Now it's a double-headed event, 2 rounds this week and a favourite amongst the crews. So let's head out to the stages to bring you all the action.
OK, on to the stages then, and fastest of the crews on the opening night were Will Onions and Jamie Edwards. They get off to a good start to take the lead by just 4 seconds.
Stages down, how are things going?
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Yeah, we seem all right on those 2. I felt a bit scrappy on the last one, but the time seemed to be okay, so...
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, fingers crossed.
Thank you very much.
In that second place will be Guy Woodcock and Richard Skinner. Guy the winner of the previous round on Epint, so the confidence will be high coming into this event.
Small crest, right 4. Left 3 at red, into right 4. 30, crest 30. Right 3 into left 2 at mirror, and right 3 max 100, right 6 in okay, left 2, 50, left 3 okay over 80, into right 6 in at chevron, 30, left 3 max, 30, right 2 30, into buildings left 6, 50, stay left into turn right 8, fast exit, 100, right 4 in, jump baby, 80, stay left to right 4 onto bridge, left 6 off, 50, left 3 max, 100. Okay.
So you've got a championship round win in the bag. Is that making you feel a bit more confident today?
Yeah, it's been great fun tonight. Good stages, very fast. Fortunately, it looks like Will's been to an optician because he's been a bit quicker. Normally we can beat him in the dark, but 4 seconds between us and 6 between the top 4 historics. It's going to be a great battle tomorrow.
It will be a good start too for Stanley Orr and Guy Weaver. They felt the pace was good right from the off, and they felt they were due some good luck as well on this weekend's rally.
Bumpy, slippy 1 left, care tightens into bridge, narrow 1 right, 100. 6 left and 5 left, 80. So it's 6 left and 5 left, 80. 6 left long and narrow 5 right in, don't cut. Into 5 left, don't cut, 60. Believe 6 left at the markers, believe 6 left at the markers, 100. 6 right in and 5 left, 170. 6 right very long, into small crest, into 3 right. 60, 6 right long, into 5 left, 150, braking, right over small crest, sudden, left entry chicane, braking, right over small crest, sudden, left entry chicane. Right and middle through grid, 40, water, 4 right plus, into 5 left. 100.
So I hear things are going quite well.
I've been told that, yes, and it feels like it's going quite well.
Apparently you've been scaring the old co-driver.
Well, I don't know about scaring him, but certainly we have been having a decent run.
Yeah.
We're sort of overdue it, to be honest with you. I'm glad we've got off to a decent start. Not sure exactly what the positions are exactly, but I think we're thereabouts.
And it just feels good, does it? The car feels good?
The car, yes, everything's working well. No, we're not taking any risks around. Everything's good.
With his own car not quite ready for this rally, it will be Pete Smith to the rescue with the loan of one of his cars for Rob Smith and Alan Cook to take part this weekend. A small misfire was slowing them a little, but this was their first time in the car, so progress was expected to be steady, at least from the start.
A bit out of your comfort zone in this car?
Very much so, yes. I hadn't driven it until the shakedown today, so it's a little bit interesting. It's much different to my Escort, so we've got a bit of a misfire at the moment that we need to cure, but it's it's just a matter of learning the car and we'll pick up the pace. It's good fun.
Christophe Jacob and Isabelle Renier join the championship from Belgium once again, and it will be a good start as well with 5th place, enjoying these stages on the Isle of Man and settling into a pace quickly.
Having fun?
Oh yes.
How was that first spectator stage?
The spectator stage was okay. We didn't take too much risk, but we really enjoyed the other two. We're ready for another loop.
Barry Stevenson, Wheeler and John Pickervance meanwhile didn't enjoy the first of the spectator stages, preferring the longer stages out in the lanes where you can get a rhythm. But a cautious approach to the first day would be needed, having crashed out on the second stage of the last few tarmac events they competed on.
First 3 stages done. How have they gone?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I didn't like the first stage, the spectator stage.
No one likes that stage.
Oh, to be honest, just hard work to manhandle this thing round there, and I've not really practiced that kind of driving. Yeah. So I'm just glad to get through that and not make a mistake and stall it or have to reverse or anything daft, you know.
Do you feel like the pressure's on because people are spectators?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, I mean, when I was younger I wouldn't be bothered by that, but now I'm a bit older, I'm a bit more, I think I'm probably a bit more bothered what people think, but no, second stage is okay. To be honest, I just wanted to get through it because the last 2 tarmac rallies I've done, we've crashed on the second stage. So I was kind of...
broken the curve.
We've broken the duck, yeah. So when we've just got through, we've just had a fantastic third stage. I really enjoyed it. Just really starting to learn the car. So yep, chuffed to be here.
Graham Muter and Stuart Powell get the new car ready just in time for the final part of the season. Now it was all about seat time ahead of a full charge next year. For now, it would be 7th position.
So your first time out in the championship this year, how are things going?
All right, actually, as well as I expected. You know, pretty quick stages, so I think tonight for me was just really about just settling in really to the event and getting to the end this evening, you know, and then we might push on a bit tomorrow.
So you feel like you've kind of back into it?
Yeah, it's good. I haven't competed for a while, so taking a bit of time to get the car out. So we missed a few rounds this year, obviously, so it's just really getting a measure of things and then you know, having a good go at the championship next year.
Roger Matthews and Tom Marrett come into this round with some good points and indeed needed to leave here with some as well. 8th place for now.
How have things been going? First 3 stages done.
Stalled and spun on that super special, whatever you want to call it, down on the seafront. But I find in these chicanes, these black silage bales, I know I'm old, but I find I'm struggling to see the black silage bales in the dark, you know.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so too many candles on my cake.
And it's a steady start for Simon and Alistair Crook, which sees them end the first day here on the Isle of Man with 9th place, ready to build on that over the next 2 days.
3 stages in, how is it all going?
Yeah, not bad. We're here. Safe enough. Just got a very heavy misfire with the car. It's not pulling, so not very happy with that. Not sure what it is, but hopefully it'll get fixed now. But yeah, very fast stages, nice and dry, which is good for first time here. So very helpful.
So you're settling in well?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Be better if the car was accelerating properly, but yeah, not so bad with it after all.
And rounding out our top 10 were Ian Robertson and Andrew Scott. The pair sadly already suffering with a time penalty for a late arrival. So we reach the end of the first and shortest day of competition here at Rally Isle of Man. The results look like this. It's all change on day 2 as we see Guy Woodcock and Richard Skinner take the lead right from the start. The fight was close though. They lead the way by just 0.3 of a second now with just 2 more stages to go before the end of this leg.
And left 4 max, and right 4 max, and left 5 max 150, to turn right 9 round Bale into lay-by, and right 6 on exit. Watch the Bale on the inside of the exit. Okay. 50, right 1 max, and right 1 max 80. 100, right 4 in, stay right over 80. It's right 1 max, right 1 max. Yeah. Right 4 in. Right 4 in over crest, stay right over 80. Left 4 opens and tightens to 6. 100 over long crest. Left 5, stay right over crest. Left 3 max 80, 100. Stay right over crest, 80. Left 7.
How's your day going?
Not bad at all. We're having a great battle, a bit fast, but that's what it's all about. And great fun. Shame for Ryan had a problem, and I think there's 0.3 of a second between me and Mr. Onion, so it's all to play for.
So that means that it's second place for now for Will Onions and Jamie Edwards. They kept the pace, but it wasn't quite enough. They will be able to review the times though now and try to get that lead back on the next couple of stages.
Are things going well?
They're okay. Yeah, nothing dramatic. We've sort of stayed the same pace. Everybody else seems to be speeding up, but we're all right.
You can put your foot down a bit?
Well, we'll always try, but it's hard work now. So yeah, I think we're about within about 0.3 of a second of Woody now. I think Jason's got in front. Ryan's had a few problems, so it's all quite close.
For Rob Smith and Alan Cook, it was all about getting used to the car, and they were starting to do that a little more now. The misfire was still there in the morning, but they'd done a few things to sort that out. Hopefully, things continuing to improve for the pair.
How's your day going?
I didn't start too well. We had a misfire this morning again, but we seem to have got to the bottom of it now, I think, so fingers crossed that it keeps going the rest of the day.
What was the problem?
Fuel issues, so yeah, hopefully we've fingers crossed at the moment. Seems all right at the moment.
It's frustration for Stanley Orr and Guy Weaver. This will be the last loop that they complete. A good enough run through these stages to lie in fourth, but that would all come to an end when they stop before the final 2 stages in the loop. Meanwhile, Christophe Jacob and Isabelle Renier were still having a lot of fun out on these stages. There was room for the pace to be improved on, but the stages were new. They just needed to settle in slowly to avoid any issues. And we know all too well that they can come on the Isle of Man if you don't pay these roads enough respect.
Are you still having fun?
Yes. A lot of fun.
And a good day, good car?
Yeah, the car's perfect. Good day.
Driver?
Driver, far from perfect. Room for improvement.
Barry Stevenson Wheeler and John Pickervans were doing much the same, settling in well and glad to have reached this stage in the rally with 6th. Unfortunately, it will be a short-lived outing for Graham Mutter and Stuart Powell. They retire with an overheating car in stage 6. Roger Matthews and Tom Marrott were still going well. 7th place for now, and things still going to plan for the championship as well this weekend. And there's no real change for Simon and Alistair Crook. They remain in 8th position, a consistent pace that would see them looking to build on that throughout the rest of the rally. And there's no change rounding out the results either. Ian Robertson and Andrew Scott continuing to hold that position in 9th overall. So with 2 more stages to go in this, the first leg of the event, here's a reminder of the overall results. On to the next couple of stages, and it will be all change at the top once again. This time, sadly, we lose Guy Woodcock and Richard Skinner. They would retire in this loop of stages with the engine expiring.
100. Left 5, don't cut 100. Right 4 in and left 3 over 50. 80, care turn right 9.
Engine's gone.
Has it?
Yeah. Oil pressure went.
Okay.
So this, of course, now meant the lead for Will Onions and Jamie Edwards once again. They'd had a good advantage in that position, and of course, would mean that they take victory on this leg of the rally. For Rob Smith and Alan Cook, it would be 2nd place now. Sadly, though, it wouldn't last for much longer, the pair retiring when damage to the front of the car would cause them to come to a stop, frustrating this far into the event. Things were still going well, though, for Christophe Jacob and Isabelle Renier. They would be happy with the pace now, enjoying the stages and starting to get up to speed a little more. Barry Stevenson Wheeler and John Pickervance will be happy with their performance so far, getting to the end of this part of the event with 4th place and ready to build on that through the next stages. Roger Matthews and Tom Marrott were doing what they needed to do still. 5th place for them now, and looking at some good points from this weekend. There wouldn't be much change in the final places, with Simon and Alistair Crook continuing to hold position now, taking 6th place. Meanwhile, for Ian Robertson and Andrew Scott, it would still be them rounding out the results as they take 7th at the end of this leg. Attrition now playing a part in these results. So we reach the halfway point in the event now, and the results at the top of the leaderboard are looking like this.
So Will, you managed to bag the win here today. Well done, how are you feeling?
Well, it was okay. It was unfortunate that guys broken his engine, I think. We were very lucky because we broke our gearbox on the last stage and did it with just, we had no 2nd or 4th gear. So made it a bit painful, but yeah, we're pleased to be here because we don't come out very often, so to be somewhere near is okay. Happy with that.
Yeah. How have the stages been? Have you enjoyed the experience today?
Yeah, the stages here, which is why we come here once a year really, because there's nothing like it. I mean, they are super stages, and there's nothing else to compare really. This is fantastic fun.
So you're going to manage to sort your gearbox issues
Yeah, it's
tonight?
done, sorted out. Yeah, it was just a selector problem, so that's sorted out. So all go again now.
Yeah, ready to have a quick rest and back out?
Absolutely, yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
On to the next loop of stages, including the spectator stage at Castletown, and we pick up the results where we left off at the end of the previous leg. Will Onions and Jamie Edwards in the lead, and now with a significant margin.
Left 9 round Bale. Into right 8, into turn, right 8 in late, wide exit, 80. Left 1 max, 100. Left 3 max, 30, slowing, right 3 into sudden, right 9 in. Into left 9 in. 150. Keep going now, 150. Right 3 max in, over crest, very long, 100. Left 4 long, 80. Right 3 max, very long, and then split left this time. So 100, turn, left 3 max, don't cut. Just here, left 3 max, don't cut, 50. Turn left 2 max, 200. Well done, 200. Left 2 max, 100. Flat left over crest, past farm, and left 2 max, 100. Turn left 9, comes quick.
For our Belgian crew, Christophe Jacob and Isabelle Renier, it would be 2nd place. Things were going well, but the pair do lose something from the car through the Castletown stage. Not that they'd realised until they got to service. Later investigation found it to be a leaf spring that had fallen off the car unbelievably.
So you need to tell me what fell off your car in Castletown.
What?
We heard something fall off your car. We were spectating in the Castletown stage.
Isabel heard something, but I haven't found anything.
It's a mystery.
Yeah? You heard something? Yeah? No?
You need
4
to
wheels are still there,
Okay.
apparently. The engine is there, gearbox also. So
And how was the last few stages? How did you find it?
very good, very nice. Yes, I love the night.
For Barry Stevenson Wheeler and John Pickervance, it will be 3rd place at the end of the day. Things were certainly going a lot better than the last few tarmac events, and things were looking good this weekend. And for Simon and Alistair Crook, things were improving as the rally went on. They lie in 4th place now, moving up the leaderboard as we pass the midpoint in the event. It was still looking like a steady run for Roger Matthews and Tom Marrott. 5th place for the pair, and still having a good run to secure those championship points. Of course, that is what it's all about. That is where all the eyes were today. And still rounding out our results were Ian Robertson and Andrew Scott, moving up the order with retirements. The attrition rate here on the Isle of Man not looking any different to previous years, now in 6th place at the end of 2 days of competition. So another grueling day complete. here on Rally Isle of Man. The results at the top of our leaderboard look like this. On to the third and final day then, and there will be no change rounding out the results as Ian Robertson and Andrew Scott take home 6th place at the end of the event. These roads on the Isle of Man are gruelling, they do demand respect, and these guys showed it them. For Roger Matthews and Tom Marrett, it will be 5th. A steady run, but one that gets them enough points to take the 2016 championship title on this event. Things had gradually got better for Simon and Alistair Crook. They reached the end of the event with 4th place. A good run for the pair to bring the car home in one piece and with a good result. And the same could be said for Barry Stevenson Wheeler and John Pickervance too. They take the final step on the podium this weekend and of course break that bad luck of crashing out on tarmac events with it. For Christophe Jacob and Isabelle Renier, it would be 2nd. They'd settled into the stages well and put in some good times. This season had been a good one for the pair with some new events under their belt and a good show of pace on them as well. But for this weekend, it would be victory for Will Onions and Jamie Edwards. A battle all weekend, entertaining the spectators. They would have liked the fight to continue to the final stage, of course, but that wasn't to be. They take victory by a comfortable margin of 7 minutes. So before we chat to our newly crowned champion, here's a reminder of the final overall results.
But obviously it's been a great weekend. Has it gone to plan?
More or less. I had to try and drive in my head a bit this time because unfortunately Roger Moran wasn't able to get here because of a family illness. But did a car go by then? But yeah, unfortunately Roger couldn't be there, and Christophe Jacob wasn't far behind really in it. And we're going to definitely go back over there next year. Got quite friendly now with Christophe, so.
Bit of a rivalry going on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, he's faster than me though, but.
It's always good when there's a good battle, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. I was just struggling in the dark a bit. I find I'm having a job to pick out those bales in the dark. It's my old eyes, I expect. But
it's hard work, I can imagine, and it's a long weekend. How are you feeling at the end?
I work hard anyway to try and pay for these toys, so I'm used to long hours anyway, you know. So.
It's just like a day in the office.
Nearly, yeah.
Well, congratulations again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So Roger Matthews takes the win of the RAC Rally Championship 2016. Will he be here next year to defend that title? Only one way to find out. We'll see you there.
Two left push on the front, 80.